Hey you guys, I'm Taylor and welcome back to Aim to Slay. Let's get ready to create some funky makeup inspired by my latest manicure because honestly, I think we killed it, yeah? Let's go. Okay, so like I said, we're doing something funky, right? I just painted my nails last night and I'm not asking to get my spot blown up or anything, but I think they came out pretty cool. And I thought we could do something kind of inspired by these, right? So let's get into it. First things first, I gotta get all this out of the way. Let's get into it. Because we're doing something funky, I may end up using a mix of makeup and paint. So I'm gonna walk you through everything because Lord only knows what's gonna happen, yeah? Starting with primer, this is Oro Mexico Inicia, and I'm obsessed, okay? Because for so many reasons I'm obsessed with Aura, but look at this primer. Do you see that? Talk about mermaid core. Now watch what it does to my face. Do you see this? And I can admit openly that my skin is not in its best shape right now, yeah? But it just makes my skin look so gorgeous. I'm obsessed. I wanna make sure that I have a really solid base to work on in this area. So I'm going to grab the Aesthetica Cream Contour Series. I think maybe this shade will be the most blank canvas neutral. As you can see, I have only concealed that mask area like I did for the Celestial Goth look. That's purposeful. I don't know what I'm doing or where I'm going with this look. So the overall premise is basically to kind of copy this funky wiggly pattern, but I think I'm gonna do them opposite. So I'm gonna do the orange colors over here and the blue colors over here. That's kind of the only plan I have, and we're gonna rock with that, I guess. Oh, and I know I want it to be an eye look. That's what I was saying. That's why I only concealed up here. So I'll do the look, and then I'll finish the rest of what the heck is going on. Sound good? I'm just gonna set this with a little bit of translucent setting powder. Let me get some eyeshadows. I recently reorganized where I keep my makeup. Let me just say I know I could have a better system. I just don't. This is annoying because I literally just put everything away right before I started filming this, and now I'm taking it all back out. I'm just gathering supplies, and I legitimately just pulled out 13 eyeshadow palettes. To start, I'm pulling out my most beloved palette, the Morphe, the one that exploded in the crash that ruined everything. Okay, so kind of what I think I want to do is do them in a color here, a color there, and then a color down here. I think what I want to do is put the orange and the blue against each other because they are conflicting colors on the color wheel to really make them pop. I'll put the red on the outside and the green on the outside, and then I'll do the pink and the purple down here, and that can blend nicely into a blush situation. Can you feel me? Okay, so in this beloved Morphe palette, I'm going to use this color because I think that's the closest red shade I have. And much like the nails themselves, this is not about being precise. So I've just concentrated my big blob right in the center of this and then just kind of feathered it out and followed where it naturally went in more or less a circular pattern, but not with any sharp definitive edge. Yes, I think I want to add just a little bit more to the red to kind of give that gradient kind of effect. Right now it's giving Prince Zuko, but I still like it. Moving to Zulu by Juvia's. orange. I just wiped off the brush, but I'm using the same one. I haven't used this color in a very long time, evidently, because I did not remember how pigmented that was. That's gorgeous. I kind of brought this over a little bit farther than I thought I was going to, but I kind of don't hate that. I'm definitely going to blend a little bit more red up here. Just, we'll get back to that in a second. I'm grabbing the Malibu Barbie palette so that we can use that. That's going to be the under eye situation. Same brush. There's a bit too much orange on the brush still, so I'm just wiping it off again, grabbing more pink, starting in the center, and then kind of like blending out towards the red here. And because the red was a shimmery shade and the pink and orange were both matte shades, I'm definitely going to go back in and add some shimmer to those. I'm going to start the other side before I go crazy cleaning this one up. Grabbing another Broken Baddie, we're going to do the NYX Ultimate palette, and I'm going to use that Sky Baby Blue, this one. I'm going to start with the blue on this side so I can balance out the orange a bit. Same brush, I've wiped it off. I'm going to use the same palette. I'm going to use this green as my outside shade. I feel like we need more green. Fun. Same brush, wiped off. I'm just trying to decide between purples because I have this entirely purple palette by Juvia's, the Violets, and I think it's got to be that one. It's a little more purple than the purple of my nail, but I think it'll still give the desired effect. I'm really digging this. I know it just kind of looks crazy right now, but I've just had an epiphany of where this is going to go, and it's going to be awesome. Now that we have the base colors, it's time to do touch-ups. We've got to do something to accentuate the pink in differentiation from the red because it's like not there yet. I want to add a little bit more blue and more green. I'm going to bring these out. I think I went lower with this color. Okay, this is the Sailor Moon Pretty Guardian palette. I'm going to use this color. It's called Tuxedo Rose, and this is a shimmer. Again, we're going to get some shimmers in there. And I think having like, yeah, a super pinky pink. It's going to help like, yes, differentiate this. Okay, I think the pink section is good. I'm gonna go to the red next because we've got to do like this whole outer section. I want to try the Aura red and see if that is like enough of a differentiation. Yeah, that's way more red. And it's a matte. Look how pretty my paper towel is right now also. So fun. Going back to the orange. I'm gonna fill in these kind of like gaps in the crown. Wow, that's so cool how obvious that is because of the colors. I love that. That looks so cool. Okay, I'm gonna set this. I'm gonna use a matte setting spray. This is by Maybelline. So There are little yellow dots. They might look white, but it's like a very buttery yellow. Actually, this looks awesome so far. Do you see where I'm going? But I don't want to do dots. I'm going to do splatters, but I'm going to do that last. So right now, while I'm waiting for this to set, I'm going to like clean up the edges a little bit and do the rest of the base. And then I'm going to put the final touches on. I have grabbed some cotton rounds and some Q-tips. I'm just going to like gently clean up the edges a little using some micellar water. I went too high. Never honey iced tea. Well, I'm just going to cut this side a little higher. Cutthroat, but even. Okay, now we got to even out the top. Right now it's giving the girl that didn't eat her lima beans. But I still dig it. Let me set the rest of my face up for success. I'm going to do some mild contour around my jaw and like my forehead like I usually would. But I think that's going to be it. Yeah, I'm going to do a little bit here. Just need it. Just going to get my lips back for a second because I feel like it's kind of throwing me off. We're not done. Don't worry. It's time for paint. So honestly, I am kind of picturing a butterfly. I feel like that's where we're at. But do I feel like I can do that? I don't know. I'm gonna take a quick break and like also get a snack. Then I will come back and we'll check this out again, okay? Yeah, cool. Okay, so snacks have been had. A sweater has been acquired because it got cold. I was thinking of painting a butterfly, but I think that would be doing a disservice. I am still grabbing paint. This is by Wolfe, and I am still using black, but I think I know where we're going. Why do I feel like, no, it's fine. I've got to just trust. That was much more organized than the first side. It's the brush, but I don't want to use a teeny tiny little brush for this. Obviously, I've got to fix those first too because they're crazy. It was at this moment that I entered a weird fugue state, and, well, you'll see what happens. Okay, actually, this is coming out really cool. Kind of want to just stick with it and see what happens because I'm into it. It looks crazy, but in a cool way. We gotta finish the edges and stuff, but it's just hard to see that. Like, it looks cool, but like, what was the point? But I also can't stop. Like, I keep doing it. I'm gonna take the paint off, I think, because honestly, as cool as that looks, actually, it looks really cool. I think I should just rock with it. Remove the paint. You just gotta do something funky with it. I just wanted to see a hair check. Like, does the hair down look cool with it, or does it look weird? It looks weird. So in theory, I want a super slick back. No, I just don't like the paint. Again. Okay, I'm gonna take all of this off and I'll be back and we'll just do a regular base because the mask looks cool. The paint looks weird, right? 1 second. I'm doing a shockingly good job of getting this back off. So depressing. Like one more once over with a little more mice layer and we should be okay. Okay. I'm gonna go touch this all back up and I'm gonna get back to where we were when I went for a snack break and I will touch back in as we finish. Okay. Okay, we are back in our last best position. Yeah. I'm not gonna go super crazy. I'm just gonna finish off the look as if it was just a look. So brows, some liner, lashes, lip, maybe a funky highlighter. Call it a day. Underbrow highlight, I'm going to use Benefit Cookie. I'm going to use that as the inner eye highlight as well. Grabbing just a, felt tip wing liner. I'm just going to do a simple wing. I think for lashes, we should just go freaking off the wall. So I'm going to grab the Wing It Mini by House of Lashes. Because I think they might just be the biggest lashes I own right now. That looks crazy. Those do not play. That's no joke. Yeah, that looks scary in a good way. Going back in with Benefit Cookie, we're gonna highlight on these outer cheekbone areas. All right, I think we can go to the lip now. I'm gonna just try to do as neutral a lip as possible, emphasis on try. That gap is just like pissing me off. And I know it's because there's like so much micellar under layers and layers and layers of putting things on and taking things off and putting things on and taking things off, but like it's so obvious and I just can't cover it. Okay, I think makeup is finally done. I'm gonna do hair, outfit, accessories, and I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, I kept it kind of simple with the hair and accessories. In my timeline, it is St. Patrick's Day, so I kind of went with like snakes. I'm kind of the rainbow, chase this ass out of Ireland. I am Irish also, so I can say things like that. Okay, anywho, did we nail the assignment? Matching my nails to the makeup, and honestly, I think we kind of did. Yeah? I think this was a success. So I'm gonna go photograph this. Peace out, Girl Scout. Till next time, bye.